Let me offer, first of all, a context, a principle that I think will
Okay.
help your audience a great deal. When you're facing stress, when you're facing pressure, you're in a difficult environment, you feel overwhelmed, you don't know what to do. There's one principle you always want to fall back on, and that is simplify. Simplify. A huge
Mm,
mistake that many people make is they look at problems and it seems unsolvable. You're actually looking at 5 or 6 problems. You've allowed things to aggregate. You want to disassemble that. You want to break a problem down into its separable components and then prioritize, simplify, and then work on the most important, 1 or 2, 3 at the most. Because you have
yeah.
limited time, limited resources. You'll be amazed at what a difference that will make. When I see someone that's overwhelmed and in despair, they've let a whole bunch of problems look like one problem. And that's never
Mm,
the case. Break it down into its pieces, attack them one at a time. But that's what living is about. It's doing your
yeah.
best, not being overwhelmed, not being overcome. But that's the key. If you feel overwhelmed by problems, it's probably 6 or 8 problems that you've allowed
Yeah.
to bind together into one big one.
I read a book, I can't remember the name of it, but it talked about WIGs, wildly important goals, right? And
Yes.
one of mine that I put out to my team is simplification. Let's just keep it
Yes,
simple.
sir.
Let's not get overwhelmed. So I appreciate that
Yes.
reiteration. I may have to play this interview to the team so that they hear that this is absolutely the way
It's
to
very
focus
important.
on it, right? Because
Very
things get
important.
complicated, but when you sit back and you really look at certain things, not everything. Some things are absolutely complicated, right? But when you look at most things, you can break it down to your point into smaller
Yes.
segments, simplify
Yes.
it, and attack those things with vigor. So I absolutely
It's
appreciate
critical.
that.
In fact, that idea is a theme that is important around finding success in this changing world. So when you seem overwhelmed with change, here's the key. It's embedded in our mindset, in our DNA. You need to reach back to principles that are deep, abiding, bedrock,
Mm.
foundational. Reach back to those and bring them into a modern application.
That's hindsight.